todos. My name is Ana Acevedo and I work as a Spanish teacher at Verdala International School in Malta. The Republic of Malta is a group of islands located between Sicily and North Africa in the Mediterranean Sea. Just like our host country, our school is full of history. With students from 43 different nationalities, Verdala is a truly international school. I work in the elementary section, teaching Spanish to children from kinder to grade 5. We follow the International Primary Curriculum, a thematic, inquiry-driven curriculum that encourages students to ask questions, think independently, and make choices along their learning journey. The Human Journey Challenge offered by National Geographic fitted perfectly with our school's learning philosophy. We were paired up with Sandhya Narayanan, a linguistic anthropologist conducting research on endangered languages in Puno, Peru. She studies Quechua, the ancient language of the Inca civilization. This provided a wonderful opportunity for our upper primary students to explore the connection between languages, culture, and society. We approached this project by using the three perspectives of the National Geographic learning framework. In order to contextualize our journey, we went on a virtual trip of Puno using Google Earth. We also learned about the Incas, a civilization that always manages to catch students' attention. The students were very surprised to learn that throughout the Inca era, Quechua was not a written language. So how did they remember information, they wondered. After doing some research, they found out about quipus, a series of knotted strings used by the Incas to record important information. We decided to create our own quipus to tell our explorer's story. Each student was given 5 paper slips, each containing one piece of information about our explorer. The information was extracted from the National Geographic Explorer magazine and translated into Spanish. The students were asked to classify their paper slips into 5 groups. Information about 1. The explorer, 2. Puno, 3. Quechua, 4. Research methods, and 5. Definitions. Each category was assigned a color. If, for example, a student received 2 paper slips with personal information about the explorer, 1 paper slip with information about Puno, and 2 paper slips with a definition, the student would take 2 red strands, 1 green strand, and 2 purple strands. I explained to the students in Spanish how to make their knotted strings. When all our knotted strings were ready, we threaded them together in order to create our class quipus. Our students used their quipus to share with each other the bits of information about Sandhya that they had been assigned.
Azul. Sandhya graba conversaciones.
Amarillo. El Puno también se habla español.
Azul. Sandhya habla quechua con la gente de Puno.
Sandhya hace trabajo de campo.
Amarillo. En Puno hay ovejas y alpacas.
Rojo. Sandhya trabaja en Puno, Perú.
By listening to each other, they managed to put together Sandhya's complete story. In the following lesson, we talked about languages. We spoke about the languages we use at home, and then we discussed the concept of endangered languages. Students were asked to use what they had learned from Sandhya's work in order to make predictions about the future of Maltese, Malta's official language together with English. Then, we discussed possible solutions to keep endangered languages alive. Some students suggested creating a multilingual board for our school, and that's what we did. The board has been placed at the entrance of the elementary school. The students are in charge of keeping the board alive and engaging by coming up with language challenges for the Verdala community. We hope the Multilingual Board will become a centralized point for the whole school community to display and admire the beauty of multilingualism. This project has been a great opportunity for students to learn that languages are a cultural resource worth preserving. As an educator, I have learned new ways to create meaningful opportunities for students to practice their Spanish. Despite the significant differences in language proficiency, all students contributed to the storytelling activity using their quipus. As a language teacher, I try to instill in my students a love for learning languages. I would like them to understand that in today's world, multilingualism is an asset. I hope our experience with the National Geographic Explorer Challenge will encourage students to take an active role in their language journey.